Hello YouTube. I didn't have my phone with me earlier, but I did a coat on this 61 SG earlier, and I just wanted to get that crack sealed up, and looking pretty good. I'm gonna do a few more coats on it and let it cure up and then wet sand it and everything, but for the most part it's looking good. So probably could have just not even done anything and it would have looked fine, but so when I repair guitars, I try to repair them the way that I would want them to look when I'm playing them. So anyway, I'm gonna flip this over and get the fretboard taped up so I can do a little coat on the headstock to keep the headstock lacquer from chipping off. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got the fretboard taped off just to kind of prevent any overspray from getting on there, but basically what I'm going to do is just do a little light sealer coat where when the headstock broke, this kind of bent back a little bit, and just going to do a light sealer coat to prevent that from completely chipping off. Obviously it's going to be seen, but it'll just kind of protect it. And I'm going to get this taped off so I don't get a bunch of paint on the truss rod adjustment. So that's where we're at, and stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the truss rod hole covered up, and I'm just going to shoot a light coat of lacquer on here to seal that off so it doesn't start chipping. So stay tuned, keep watching. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I just put another coat on here. So looking pretty good. It's got good coverage. I don't think you're going to be able to ever see the crack once I'm done with it. But yeah, it's looking real good. Kind of hard to see, but this is a wet coat right now, so once it cures up a little bit, it'll be perfect for wet sanding. So that's where we're at right there on that. Okay, here's a coat on the headstock. So this will look real good after I wet sand it too. So pretty wet coat right now, but as you can see, that's kind of sealed up now. So still going to be visible, but at least it won't chip off. So I got a few coats on this today, so I'm gonna let this kind of cure up a little bit, and then see if it's gonna need any more coats. I think it probably will after I wet sand it, but I don't know. It might be just fine after I wet sand it. But it's looking good. I got the crack sealed up. It's kind of if you get just the right angle, you can kind of see where the crack was. For the most part, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna get it flipped over and look at the other side. Okay, so this is the other side. That'll definitely smooth out after a little wet sanding. You can kind of see where it crinkled up when the headstock broke. Kind of crinkles up that nitro. But yeah, had a little bit of spatter, but that's no big deal. The cool thing about lacquer is it's such thin coats. It just, when you get some really super fine grain, I usually use like, I start out with like 4,000 grain and I go all the way up to 12,000. So it's like, doesn't take much off, but it gets it shined up. So as always, if you enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button, and please like them, share them, comment, and trying to get my channel built up, so any help's much appreciated. And I guess this will about do it for today. Probably let this cure up all week long, and then I don't know, tomorrow I may work on that little, there's a little ding right there on the headstock. I've got some cherry lacquer touch-up pen from StuMac. It's a color tone touch-up pen, and that's usually real good about doing a little touch-up on places like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you on the next video. Have a good night.